now provide any health insurance at Amazon.
Hey, wake up. The words in your head, you're the only one that can hear them. Say it. Yes, I can. Move. Feel it. Hold on to this feeling. Yes, I can. Yes, I must. Watch me.
The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome out to Frank Jamison Field, Girard, Kansas, for tonight's Kansas Class 3A football matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy, and a great matchup, a storied rivalry between these two teams out of the CNC League. This has been a good one for a long time. Both of these teams coming in at 2-1 so far on the season. And we're going to get this one underway as soon as possible here in Girard. They're having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard, so that could be a factor throughout the game. We'll do our best to keep time and the score and everything else until we can get that thing worked out here. But we're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Before we go, I want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. When we come back, we'll have your area matchups, keys to the game, starting lineups, and then, of course, opening kickoff from here in Girard. The Trojans and the Raiders getting ready to face off here on a beautiful night for high school football here in Girard. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Crocan's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Crocan has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Crocan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Welcome back out to Frank Jameson Field, Girard, Kansas. Getting set for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. And again, both of these teams coming into tonight's matchup 2-1. Trojans started the season off with a 38-0 win, or I'm sorry, a 32-8 win over Columbus back on the 1st of September. And then they followed that up with a tough loss to Colgan on the road at Hutch Field back on the 7th, 47-8. And then won last week in a lopsided 38-0 game that really wasn't that close against Galena. Frontenac, on the other hand, they dropped their season opener to Colgan 27-20 in a game where they came back in the second half really to make a game out of it, but were unable to catch up to Colgan. Dropped their first game of the season, then they bounced back with a 21-18 win over Riverton. And then last week, defeated Bishop Ward out of Kansas City 46-26. And 2 evenly matched teams. And this is going to be an interesting one here. Our pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, get you the area matchups, keys to the game, starting lineups, and kickoff from here in Girard. Stay tuned about that scoreboard. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Welcome back out to Frank Jameson Field here in Girard, getting set for kickoff tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. It's a beautiful night for high school football across the area. A bit of storms earlier in the day today. Good amount of rainfall overnight, and perhaps some of the electromagnetic activity going on in our atmosphere may have affected the scoreboard here at Frank Jameson Field, so they're still trying to get that sorted out. But not other than that, a beautiful night for high school football here in Southeast Kansas. Take a look at some of the area matchups brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing, can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. First off tonight, Labette County 1-2 on the road at 1-2 Wellington out there in Cowley County. 2-1 St. Paul is at 0-3 Lebo. 0-3 Uniontown is at 1-2 Central Heights. 1-2 Burlington is at 1-2 Prairie View, and that has district implications for the Trojans. 0-3 Galena at 0-3 Columbus. Somebody's got to win that one. My money's on Columbus. 3-0 Parsons at 3-0 Baxter Springs. That's one to keep your eye on. Baxter Springs currently sitting in the top position in their district, and Parsons at 3-0 I believe sits in the top position maybe in their district. And so that's a good matchup there tonight in Baxter Springs. 1-2 Anderson County is at 1-2 Iola. 1-2 Erie is at 0-3 Northeast. 2-1 Caney Valley at 2-1 Cherryvale. And another one to keep your eye on, 2-1 Fort Scott is at 2-1 Pittsburgh. Of course, that a great rivalry from the old SEK League. 0-3 Ulysses from out in the western tribal regions travels to 2-1 Chanute tonight. So a long road trip and a tough game for Ulysses tonight. 3-0 Council Grove is at 3-0 Humboldt. So that's be a good game there tonight in Neosho County. 3-0 Colgan is at 0-3 Southeast. 2-1 Coffeyville is at 1-2 Independence. 2-1 Fredonia is at 1-2 Riverton. But I'll tell you what, that 1-2 record a little bit deceiving for Riverton. They could give Fredonia a run for their money tonight. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the keys to the game, your starting lineups, and we'll get closer to kickoff from here in Girard. The Trojans and the Raiders get set to face off on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field here in Girard. Trojans getting set to host the Frontenac Raiders. Both teams sitting at 2-1 coming into the season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First, for the visiting Frontenac Raiders, at quarterback, they'll start 5'11" senior Cal Turlip. At wide receiver, 5'10" senior Trey Kramer. At the other wide receiver spot, a 6'1" junior Wyatt Frazier. At the running back slot, 5'10" junior Gavin Whitcune. And at tight end, 6'4" junior Jaden Houghton. And at the other running back spot, 5'9" senior Peyton McDonald. And up on the line, they'll have 5'10", 180-pound senior Jacob Holt, 6'1", 215-pound senior Tyler Antle, 6'1", 190-pound junior Jack Capehart, 5'9", 215-pound senior Aiden Hill, and 6'3", 190-pound junior Alonzo Burke. For your Girard Trojans, at quarterback, they'll start 5'10", senior Jake Towner. At the running back slot, they'll start number 21, 5'10", sophomore Aiden Ashbacher. They'll also start 5'10", junior Levi Blair. At the wide receiver spot, 6'3", sophomore Gannon Clark. Number 40, 6'6", junior Scott Moore. And then at the other running back spot, 5'9", junior running back Mason Gilmore. And then up along the line, you'll see 5'10", junior Zach Benso, 225-pound junior Aaron DeBrava, 6'4", 380-pound senior Drake Kotzman, 6'4", 248-pound senior Brandon Bishop, and 6 foot, 223-pound senior Caleb Combs. So those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Let's go ahead and talk keys to the game. Both of these squads have done well when they've taken care of the ball. The Trojans looking at them in warm-ups and on the stat sheet there that we just introduced the starting lineups, the larger squad certainly up front, and they're going to have to use that physical presence to maintain possession tonight because this Frontenac offense is capable of picking up yards through the air and getting them in chunks. And so the Trojans, the longer they can possess the ball offensively tonight, the better off they're going to be. And that front, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is going to be key for that tonight. And then defensively, can they get pressure on the passer? Can they get pressure on Turlip? Can they break to the receiver and make the sure tackle in the open field? And that's going to be the question tonight for the Trojans. It's a lot of it is tackling, and we saw problems with that against Colgan, not so much against Galena. And we'll see if the Trojans have been able to address that a little bit coming into the game here tonight. But a close matchup, I would think, between these two squads, and usually is year in and year out. Both teams kind of suffering the same situation this year where they graduated large and talented senior classes, and a lot of younger guys are having to kind of figure out their roles, and these teams are having to figure out who they are, kind of build the airplane while you're flying it this season. And so far, they're getting it done, sitting at 2-1. So an interesting matchup here tonight. Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersections of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We'll step away for another break. We'll be back with more of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Trojans and Raiders getting set to face off right here on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Crocan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crocan employees, for making us the best.
Welcome back out to Frank Jameson Field here in Girard, Kansas, getting set for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me Jess Murphy. And Girard Sports is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. Teams getting set to take the field. We see Frontenac filing out of their locker room, heading towards the visiting sidelines here tonight. A good crowd on hand. Made the short trip over from Frontenac to Girard to witness the 2023 installment of this rivalry. These two teams actually met twice last year. Once during the regular season, the Trojans won that one 35-0, and then again in the playoffs, and the Trojans won that one 36-0. But like we mentioned earlier, those were two very different teams last year, and hope springs eternal each new year. So we'll see how this year's matchup stacks up against those of the past. Again, holy moly, you got it working. Jess Murphy back up here in the booth. They got the scoreboard working, which just means more work for me, Jess. We're going to have to take a break here in a minute, and maybe I can get that up and running. You're going to really test my skills on this one, man. Well, let's go ahead and take that final break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. When we come back, we'll have opening kick for you here between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Crocan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crocan employees, for making us the best.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, Girard, Kansas. Sorry about the pause there. Had to get our scoreboard camera set up. Last night's storms really played hell with the electrical devices here at Frank Jameson Field. But Jess, you guys got it all sorted out and we're up and running.
Yeah, we had to hot wire the scoreboard basically, but thanks to Born 4 Electric for answering a phone call on his way to watch his son coach, and turned around and come back and got it going for us.
So you didn't hot wire it?
I didn't hot wire it. I just found the hot wire.
I had a comment about a misspent youth there to use, but I guess I'll let that one go. All right, team's heading out to the middle of the field for the coin flip. Pretty evenly matched squads over the last 40 years, but Trojans got the best of the Raiders twice last year, got them the year before as well. So it's been a while since Frontenac's tasted victory against Girard. And Jess, I kind of gave my keys to the game earlier. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's going to be really interesting, Josh. I was awfully had this one checked off on the calendar a long time ago. This will be a final answer to the test. So Colgan beat both of these teams, and we'll see just how good we are. So,
well, I talked about tackling, and I think that how well the Trojans tackle tonight is going to have a big effect on this game, because Frontenac likes to sling it around. They're going to try and test you down the field. And if the Trojans, I think, can control the line of scrimmage and rally to the ball, they're going to have a pretty good night.
Yeah, it looks like Frontenac's going to get the ball first here. So I think the way I understood it is Frontenac won the toss and elected to receive. So,
well, that's a team. Coach Smith confident in his offensive unit. Got a senior quarterback, Cal Turlip. So going to send them out here first tonight against these Trojans. And both of these teams really this year, last year they kind of had the luxury of not having to have as many guys play both ways, but not really the case this year, Jess, is you got a lot of younger players, and so your experienced guys got to carry a little bit more of the load.
Yeah, and we've noticed that maybe that took the toll, because even in the Colgan game, it was a 20-point game at half, and ended up being a 40-point kind of a blowout. But I think, Josh, of course, I get accused of being this crimson and gold homer, but
where does that come from?
My money's going to be on the Trojans tonight. I think it's going to be a real close, tight ball game, in my opinion, but I do believe we can come out victorious. But like we talk about all the time, turnovers, mistakes, you got to eliminate them.
Our opening tip or kickoff brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Trojans set to kick it away. A trio of Raiders back to receive. And we're underway here in Girard. And the Trojans rally to that one, and the Raiders will have it first and 10 at their own 29-yard line to start this one off. Stole all your paperwork, Jess.
Yeah, I don't have a roster over here. Not that I can see it anyway.
Turlip will lead him out onto the field. I formation behind him, two wide receivers in this set. Handoff, off tackle, cutting back against the grain before going down is junior Gavin Whithune. And he'll have a pretty good gain, call it 6 on first down.
Yeah, Trojans kind of made first contact just past the line of scrimmage, but strong running back able just to push the pile and, like you said, gain 6 yards.
Carries it up to the Raider 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 4 from that spot. They'll put a man in motion. Here's the snap. Turlip back to pass. Has it far side. First down yardage. Good catch by Wyatt Frazier and the junior wideout. And the Raiders pick up the first down. They'll have a new set of downs out at Frontenac 41.
Yep, just a simple, what they call a 5-yard out, Josh. He just goes up the field 5 yards, turns out, and the Turlip put the ball right on him.
Call it a gain of 6. First down and 10 now for Frontenac. Turlip out of the gun. Hell handoff, counter action back this way. And the tackle made, but not before about an 8-yard gain. That time. Trying to see the number. You get some glasses, Jess. I'm getting old.
I'm pretty sure that was their senior running back, Peyton McDonald.
Call it a gain of 8. Second down and 2 at the Trojan 49. Turlip going to pass it again. His one's knocked down. Pass knocked down by Aaron DeBrava up there on that defensive line. Not the tallest guy there, but able to get a hand up and knock that one down.
That's a great job there by DeBrava. They teach you all the time, if you're not getting penetration, you might as well get your big paws up in there and see if you can't bat something down. See if our third down defense can hold him here, force a punt.
Third down and 2. They'll bring 3 wide receivers. Turlip in the gun. Now he's going to run option near side, and he's wrapped up, and he's not going to get it. Trojans get to stop at midfield. They may have lost a yard on this one. Scott Moore there to clean him up, but really nowhere for Turlip to run into that Girard front.
See if Coach Smith wants to gamble here on the opening possession. He's kind of here at midfield. Looks like he's going to go for it, Josh.
4th down and 3. We'll see how they line up here. A lot of times we'll see a quarterback punt, but doesn't look like it here, Jess, as he's up under center, their I formation.
Don't jump.
Now toss sweep to the far side. They're looking for the corner and going to have it. And Moore off to the races. That's number 9, Gavin Witt-Yoon. And he's into the end zone for a Frontenac touchdown.
Yep, Frontenac just got Girard's corner sealed, and Witt-Yoon just made, when he got to the corner, there was nobody left.
So Frontenac out to an early 6-0 lead, 9:36 to play here in the first quarter, and the Trojans find themselves in a hole. And again, Jess, we said one of the question marks coming into the season was the Trojans, the back end of that defense and the edge.
Yep.
And that time Frontenac able to find the edge, and they get a big 52-yard touchdown run from Witt-Yoon. The kick is good, and Frontenac leads it 7-0. Here with 9:36 to play in the first quarter. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. A 52-yard touchdown run by Gavin Witt-Yoon gives the Frontenac Raiders a 7-0 lead here in the early moments of the first quarter. So Frontenac took the opening kick, or won the toss, elected to receive, and drove it down the field and scored the game's first touchdown. Now the Trojans trying to respond here on their first offensive possession of the night. A long kick fielded by Ashbacher. He's got a seam, and there's a flag in the neighborhood of a hold, and that's going to negate a nice return by Ashbacher as he's still inbounds on his feet, throwing people off, and they finally drag him down at the Frontenac 45, but I think that's coming back.
Yep, all for nothing.
And the Trojans will start pretty deep in their own territory after a splendid return by Ashbacher is going to be likely erased by a penalty upholding on Girard. So that's going to back up the Trojans.
Block in the back.
clipping. Yep.
But nonetheless, Aiden Ashbacher just shoving people with a mean stiff arm.
Yeah.
Looked good running the ball.
Angry there. And he'll have a chance to do it again as the Trojans have it now 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. So that's like a 50-yard penalty, Jess.
Oh.
There's a snap. We're going to run option far side. Quick pitch outside to Ashbacher. He's got the edge again, lowers his head, and drives forward to the Trojan 24-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down.
Brought down by Frazier.
Gain of 13 on the play for Ashbacher. Sets Trojans up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And that was about the last moment that Towner could have pitched that ball, Jess.
Yep. Good read there by Towner. Force him to go to him and then pitch it out to the open running back.
Now Towner in the pistol. Tight formation here for the Trojans. Another quick pitch to the outside. Ashbacher again cuts inside, and that was not Ashbacher. That was
Levi Blair.
Levi Blair, yeah.
Levi doing a good job of letting that block set up and cutting inside of it and getting what?
Call it a gain of 4. It'll set up a 2nd down at 6. At the 30. Round about the 30. Call it to 28. Another handoff to Ashbacher, this time around the end, and he's going to have about another 4 yards. The ball comes out, and Frontenac is on it. And we have a Raider slow to get up on the play. And limping around out there is Dalton Bollinger.
And Ashbacher there fumbled that ball, and it looks like number 1, senior Trey Kramer for Frontenac was able to jump on it.
Ball's placed at the 34-yard line.
Well, Josh, the old broadcasting jinx, I said if we could limit penalties and turnovers, we'd have a chance. So,
well, a penalty and then a turnover, so maybe Trojans trying to get it out of their system, but now Turlip in the gun, 3 wide this time for Frontenac, 1st and 10 at the Trojan 35. Long pass over the top, too far out in front of his intended receiver, and that was Wyatt Frazier again. Frazier had a catch in their first drive. Couldn't quite catch up to that one. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yep, good job by the Trojan front 4 to get a little pressure on Turlip. Maybe forced a errant throw as big Drake Kotzman was in his face.
Turlip will stay in the shotgun, 3 wide this time. You got Whit Hune here on the near side in the slot. That handoff eaten up in the backfield. Big Kotzman in there to make the tackle. And he drags down Larson in the backfield.
If Kotzman was 1 step faster, he could have took that handoff. He had his hand on both the quarterback and the running back.
So it sets up a 3rd down and 11. From about the 36. 3 down linemen this time for the Trojans. Quick hitter to the outside. There's a block in the back. And the Trojans do a better job of rallying to the ball this time as they stop that one for a short gain. And we'll see what Coach Smith wants to do here. He went for it last time on 4th down, just inside his own territory there in midfield. You got to think, Jess, here they're going to go for it.
I would assume, seeing how he went for it earlier, other than this is 4th and 10, so be ready for something over the top or a reverse of some sort.
4th down and 10. 3 wide. Turlip in the gun, 2 to the near side. Here's the snap. Turlip back to pass, looking downfield, getting a little bit of pressure. And now he's going to be sacked for a loss, and the Trojans will take over at their own 40-yard line. That defensive front brought the pressure, but the coverage downfield must have been pretty good because Turlip had to pull it down a couple times, Jess.
Yeah, really good job on the back end. Nowhere for him to go, and allow that front four with the blitzing linebacker, Pike, to get in there, and big turnover on downs for the Trojan defense.
So the Trojans take over, 1st and 10, 6:23 to play here, first quarter. They've got it at their own 40-yard line. Last drive ended after a fumble by Aiden Ashbacher, but the defense bowed up, got the stop. Now the Trojans have a chance to pull even here if they can put together a drive. Handoff straight ahead. I believe that was Junior Love.
Yep.
And not a whole lot there as he'll pick up one, bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Good job there by the Raider front line to get off their block and limit Junior Love to just 1 yard.
Towner in the pistol. 2 wide to the near side. Slot receiver is Scott Moore. They'll motion a man far side, hand it back off to Love again. And not a whole lot there for juniors. Again, Frontenac does a good job of, even though they're smaller, they're getting off those blocks and shutting down the running lanes. They're up front. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans. Trojans really tried to work the outside on the last drive, and then the last 2 plays here on this one have been right between the tackles. So see where they decide to try and attack this time. They'll move Ashbacher into the slot, 3 wide. Towner will put Ashbacher in motion. There's the snap. Jake back to pass. A little screen action to Junior Love. And he's trying to fight for the 1st down. The sophomore is going to be, I think he's going to have it. He's across midfield, and that's going to be enough for a Trojan 1st down.
Yeah, Junior did a great job there to catch that ball in traffic. He kind of used the official as a screen. The official blocked 2 Raiders to kind of give him the corner, and then he's able to fight tough them last 3 yards.
Gain of 9 on the play, which is a yard more than they needed. Trojans have a new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the Frontenac 49. Ashbacher in motion, handoff straight ahead to Love. Nope. Towner has it. Nice fake, Jake. And across the 35, brought down at about the 33. So a nice looking fake handoff there by Jake Towner, and that gives the Trojans a 1st and 10 at the 33.
Yep, Towner is able to put that ball in the belly of Junior Love and ride him down to that tackle. And once Frontenac collapsed on that running back, he pulled that ball back out and had nothing but green carpet in front of him.
Gain of 16 on the play for Towner. Another 1st down for the Trojans. So they're putting a drive together here with 4:20 left to play, 1st quarter. Trailing at 7-0 to the Raiders from Frontenac. This one straight ahead to Love. And he just lowered his shoulder and tried to get what he could, and it'll be about 3, maybe 4 yards up to the 30.
Yep, hit that hole hard following his big right tackle.
Gain 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
Get down to take a shot maybe, Josh. Take one over the top, see if big Scott Moore can out-jump. No one seems to match his size on the defensive backfield.
Yeah. Wyatt Frazier be about the closest, but he gives up about 3 or 4 inches to Scott Moore. Yep, Towner back to pass. Play action, the pass was tipped, and it flops. Wounded duck style down at the 15-yard line harmlessly.
Yeah, I think it was number 23, Jaden Houghton for Frontenac, that was able to get free off that left end and just hit Jake's arm as he was trying to release the ball. That was lucky that fell to the turf.
So now 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans. Towner's getting the play call in from the sideline. Coach Philpott going to call a timeout. Just didn't get it in time. Play clock running down. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Trojans down 7-0 and driving in Frontenac territory. Looking at a big 3rd and 7 when we come back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
This football season.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans looking at a 3rd down and 7 from the Frontenac 30-yard line. They got to reach the 28 for a 1st down.
2 downs to get it.
Yep, Towner had a good look at Scott Moore going down the field on a play-action pass, but his pass was deflected. So Frontenac dodged a bullet there. Here's the snap to Towner. He's going to keep near side, and yep, Jesse's got 2 plays to get it, and he got about half of it right there. We'll call it a gain of 3 up to about the 27.
Yeah, that was – he emptied the backfield and just kind of ran a quarterback draw type play. Didn't fool the Frontenac Raiders. Their linebacking core was able there to –
I think you got to sell that pass a little more if you're going to get them to bite on that draw. But nonetheless, picked up 3 yards there, brings up a 4th down and 4 from about the Raider 27. 3 wide receivers in this set for the Trojans. Towner back to pass, rolling near side, has a man. Oh! Overthrew Ashbacher, and it was almost picked off. And that's going to turn it over on downs. Just not a great looking throw that time.
No, he had Ashbacher had 3 yards on the defender, and he just led him too far. Well,
so it sets the Raiders up 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Promising start to that drive. Just need a finish.
And again, the Trojans would have started out at about the Raider 40-yard line after a great kick return by Ashbacher, but it was erased by a penalty. That set him back. Now Turlip under pressure, and he's going to go down. A couple Trojans there on the spot. He's going to lose 2 back to the Frontenac 25-yard line.
That's Drake Kotzman in there, get his big paws on his jersey, and then Anthony Pike was able to come in and clean it up. Great job, Trojan defense.
Loss of 2 on the play, backs him up to about the 26. And if the Trojans are able to keep getting that kind of pressure, I think Frontenac's going to have a hard time trying to throw the football tonight. And I know you're wanting to spread them out. This one a quick hitter to the outside, overthrown. That one intended for Trey Kramer. And we've seen Kramer in basketball. We know he's not 7 foot tall, so not much of a chance at that one. And how much of that is the pressure that the Trojans have been getting, Jess? It just kind of sped him up a little bit. That throw came out fast, and it came out high.
Right, and then that was a great job there by Siler Sammons, who had a great chance to hit a Frontenac player who was defenseless, and he was able to pull up and not get a penalty on that play.
Again, 3 wide in this set. Turlip in the gun. See if the Trojans bring pressure. They do. They bring a linebacker. Turlip going to let it fly downfield and almost intercepted by the Trojans.
Levi's got the ball.
Oh, he got it. And it is. It was an interception by Levi Blair. The Trojans have it. First turnover of the game for Frontenac. And the Trojans see if they can turn this into points.
Is that too much?
No. Trying to create a mood in here, Jeff?
Well, I can't see.
Me neither, bud. I don't think light's going to help.
Yeah, great job, Levi Blair, to undercut that Trojan again, blitzing linebackers, able to put a little pressure on Turlip, and he underthrew that receiver.
So 1st and 10 for Girard from their own, call it 44. Another handoff straight ahead. And that was Gilmore, I believe.
Mason Gilmore with the carry.
Those 3 inside linebackers for Frontenac, they just stand there, read the play, and able to fill a hole. They're doing a good job of controlling that interior running game of the Trojans.
And the line not climbing to block those linebackers getting to the second level. They're just kind of staying right there on the line.
Right. Frontenac's running a 4-man front. Not a lot of...
Hard to get a push.
Yep.
Their handoff, we're going around the end. This time Ashbacher, but Frontenac does a good job of filling the gap. And Aiden will pick up 2 on the carry. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
McDonald and Bourne with the tackle.
The Trojans have had a hard time here over the last 6 or 7 plays getting getting ahead of the sticks.
Yeah. Need a play, big play here.
Just got to try and get a little better, more production there on 1st down. Handoff straight ahead, Gilmore, nothing doing. Raiders shut that one down. It's going to bring up 4th down near midfield, and they're saying they have the ball, but the official signals 4th down.
Yep.
And Gilmore a little slow to get up. And he's injured down there on the field. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
And Mason Gilmore getting helped off the field. And certainly hope that he's okay, but he's not able to put any weight on that right leg.
Yeah.
So aside from that, the Trojans looking at a 4th down and 6 here, set to punt it away. And this is probably not going to get the playoff. That's the end of the first quarter. Trojans trail at 7-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
Nope.
Welcome back to Frank Jamison Field. Trojans getting set to punt this one away to Frontenac. They trail at 7-0. Here as we get set for the second quarter. Oh, Trojans fake it. Goes to Towner, and he is bottled up, and it's going to be good field position for Frontenac as they get the stop on the fake punt attempt.
Yeah, I like the idea, Josh. It's just not quite the execution there. Towner needed one more block as he turned that corner.
Good ideas, you know.
Brings up first down and 10 for Frontenac.
First down and 10 for Frontenac from midfield. Turlip's going to hand this one off. That's Wyatt Frazier trying to get around the corner, and the Trojans shut it down. Levi Blair there.
Caleb Combs.
Along with Caleb Combs. Draw that one to a quick end.
Lost the 2 on the play.
Good job there by Combs. The Trojan run a 3-man front, so those 2 wide ends, they have to keep contained. And Combs did a great job there staying home.
Trips to the near side for Frontenac here on 2nd and long. Quick hitter to the near side comes to Trey Kramer. And Trojan fans want a holding call. They don't get it. And Kramer driven out of bounds at the Trojan 45. It'll bring up 3rd and medium for Frontenac.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd down and 5.
Call it a gain of 5 on the pass play.
Good job, Ashbacher!
Big 3rd down here for this Trojan defense. Of course, you know that Frontenac's in 4-down territory here at midfield. Fake the handoff now with a little screen underneath, and it'll be enough for a first down out across the 40-yard line. I think it was Jaden Houghton who caught that one, the tight end. And he'll be across the 40 to the Trojan 39, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders that time, as a defensive lineman, when you're just turned loose, sometimes it's hard to stop and find that running back behind you. But
or in this case, the tight end.
Yeah.
Call it a gain of 7 on the play. This one going around the end again. The dangerous man, Gavin Whithune, and he's got first down yardage plus some. And they'll drive him out of bounds at the Trojan 20.
If that's that same play they scored that long touchdown on, and they was able to seal that end again.
Gain of 19 on the play. And like I said, Frontenac's capable of picking up yards in chunks. And that's what they've done tonight here against the Trojans. Not a whole lot, not super flashy, but just a big play here and there that get around the end. And they're dangerous. 3 wide receivers again this time. Turlip with the handoff inside, nowhere to go for Peyton McDonald. And we'll call it a gain of maybe 1.
Short game. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Second down and 10 now for Frontenac at the Trojan 20. Knocking on the door. They lead it 7-0. Here with just over 9 minutes to play in the first half. Turlip throwing near side too high and incomplete, intended for Jaden Houghton. Houghton. Is that right, Houghton?
Yeah.
I'm getting confirmation on that. That is correct.
So hopefully this Trojan defense can bend and not break right here down inside the red zone and stuff them.
So the Raiders, 3rd and 10. Going to throw it again. Over the top this time. Has a man. Catch is made.
Yep.
And they're going to say They're going to say he stepped out? Or no, they got it. They're going to say he stepped out?
I never saw the touchdown signal.
I didn't see it either.
They give the old out and up.
And that was Houghton again.
Yep, they're kicking a field goal, so it must have been a touchdown.
Yep, it's on the scoreboard. So.
Or I doubt Frontenac's kicking a field goal on first down.
Yeah, no. Probably not. I've seen a lot of weird things, but the kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good.
So the Frontenac Raiders mean business here tonight. They come into Girard, put up the first 2 scores. They lead at 14-0 here, 9:03 to play. Second quarter, we'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Frontenac scores on a 20-yard pass play from Cal Turlip. It's Jaden Houghton. Caps a 50-yard drive. Gives the Raiders a 14-0 lead. Trojans going to try and answer back here. Before the end of the first half, they got 9 minutes. Plenty of time to work with here in this second quarter. Deep kick. Going to be fielded by Ashbacher. Makes a man miss at the 25. Now cuts it back inside across the 35. And that's where the Trojans will have it, first down and 10. Not a bad looking run that time by Ashbacher, as the Raiders had him dead to rights back at the 25. And he's able to get 10 more yards, call it 11 more yards out of it. And the Trojans will have it. First and 10 at their own 36.
Yes, see, this Trojan offense desperately needs a long drive here in the score as they get the ball to start the second half. So they can go 2 for right here and get right back in this ball game.
Pistol formation for Towner. Here's the snap. And he'll keep it off the option. Across the 40 to about the 42.
Flag down. Got a false start on the Trojans.
And that'll back them up, and that's really not what you need. If you're Girard right now, is you haven't exactly picked up big chunks of yards. And those types of mistakes really can be a drive killer.
Yep, and when they do pick up big chunks, that basically that block in the back penalty was a 50-yard penalty, and here this one negates a big 8-yard gain by Ashbacher. So
First down 15.
Brings up first and 15 at the Trojan 31. They'll put a man in motion. It's Ashbacher. He'll get the pitch going far side. Defense was already going that way. There's another flag. And Ashbacher is going to pick up maybe a yard on that one. As when he's in motion like that, the defense just goes with him. And so you kind of went with the flow of the defense on that one. And not much working over there on the far side.
No, but that'll set up hopefully a big play in the future.
Got a block in the back against Girard. It's going to back him up 10 more. Now it's first and tomorrow morning for the Trojans.
Yep, Greenbush. But what I was going to get at is you run that toss sweep and you put him in motion, and eventually Towner's going to fake that pitch and keep it naked back around the other side, and hopefully it's there.
So call it first and 25 from the 21. Ashbacher in motion again. Here's the snap to Towner. Going to throw it quick to the outside. Has Scott Moore. Secures the catch. Now working up the sideline. and picked up all the penalty yards plus a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the Trojan 39.
Good looking play right there to get Big Scott Moore involved in the game, his first touch on offense.
So a gain of 17 on the play.
And 18 brings up 2nd down and 7.
Now a manageable 2nd down here for the Trojans. You might want to get more involved a little more. Well, that was a delayed flag on an obvious penalty. And that'll back the Raiders up 5 and set up a 2nd down and short for the Trojans from the 44. Call it 2nd down and 3, 2, 3. I'm going to call that, yeah, okay.
From the
From
the hash marks.
Two guys who can't see arguing about a spot. That's good. 2nd down and 2. Trojan 44. Handoff straight ahead to Love. He's got some running room out across the 45. Brought down at the Frontenac 43. A gain of 11 for Junior Love.
I've said it numerous times, Josh, that Junior Love, when he hits that hole at full speed, he was 5-6 yards deep before anybody laid a hands on him.
Call that a 12-yard gain. Now they'll put a man in motion. It's Blair. The handoff again to Love between the tackles. Trojans maybe starting to create some holes in there for Love as he picks up about 6, maybe 7 there on 1st down.
Well, and also like you talked about earlier, those offensive linemen of the Trojans are able to get through that front 4 of the Raiders and actually get a hand on a linebacker and help these running backs out.
Brings up a 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans from the Frontenac 37. Now the Trojans starting to get a little bit ahead of the chains here, Jess. Again, Towner going to keep it this time on the option, and he's across the 30 to about the 29.
Hopefully these Trojans can cash this out. They've done a good job of moving the football, minus that opening possession that they fumbled on. But that fumble come after an 8-yard gain, so they just haven't been able to put it in the end zone for some pay dirt.
Call it a gain of 8 for Towner. Sets the Trojans up 1st down and 10 from the 29. Under 7 minutes now to play 1st half. Plenty of time for the Trojans here on this drive. Again ahead to Love, and he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 before he's belted down at about the 26. And Love just kind of runs naturally up high. It's almost like a Marcus Allen looking, like just seems like he's running straight up and down.
And almost always falls forward too. You seldom see him get hit, but so
call it a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 from the Raider 26.
And for all you youngins, Marcus Allen was a great running back for the Oakland Raiders back in the day.
And then later the Kansas City Chiefs. He was not so great for the Chiefs, but he was still good. There's the corner. Ashbacher able to get around the end and driven out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans.
Yeah, great looking play there. Finally, Trojans able to get out to the corner.
Call it a gain of 19 for Ashbacher. First and goal for the Trojans. Towner going to try and keep it, but he didn't get a very quick start, and he's going to lose yards on this one.
Yeah, missed a couple blocks on the right side there to the Trojan offensive lineman. And
see where they're going to spot this one. It's far away into the weird angle. Call it at the 9. It'll be a loss of 2.
Sneak around way over here, and hopefully I can help you see.
Now Towner again in the pistol, 2 wide. Love in the backfield behind him. They'll put Ashbacher in motion. Hand off to Love between the tackles. and he'll be brought down at about the 5-yard line. So a gain of 4 for Love.
Brought down by Riccardi.
Well, we haven't seen the Trojans attempt a field goal or a PAT all year, so I assume we got 2 more downs to get 6 yards.
Well, and yeah, and a field goal doesn't do you a whole heck of a lot when you're trailing by 14. Towner take the snap. Now he's going to keep it. Now the pitch outside Ashbacher heading for the boundary, and he's got it. Touchdown, Trojans. On the option, the pitch from Towner to Ashbacher.
7-yard run.
Cuts the lead to 8 here with 4:44 to play first half. Pending the extra point attempt by the Trojans. This is the first, like you said, Jess, we haven't seen this yet this year.
If you ask, they'll.
Perrin Stevens, 5'9" freshman, getting set to attempt the point after for Girard. The snap is good. The kick is up. And it's just off to the left. And the Trojans trail it by 8 here with 4:44 to play first half. We'll step away for a quick break. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. The Trojans go 64 yards and 11 plays and cap it off with a 5-yard touchdown run on the option by Aiden Ashbacher. And they trail it 14-6, and they kick it away here. And the clock rolls. And Trojans decent on the kickoff coverage this time. And the Raiders will have it at about the 33-yard line, first down and 10. Decent run back that time by Caden Chance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Robert Larson. Too many R's there. First contact for the Trojans.
Turlip in the gun. 3 wide this time. They'll motion a man near side. And there's a flag. Going to have some illegal procedure against Frontenac. And is that the first penalty they've committed tonight, Jess?
Second. Yep, they give us one on defense.
Oh, that's right, the offsides. Yep. The first offensive penalty of the night for Frontenac. It'll back them up to the 28. We'll bring up first down and 15.
Look like their left guard started just a touch early.
Frontenac hasn't had to play behind the chains much at all tonight. Turlip in the gun again. And here's a handoff coming near side. And the Trojans do a good job of swallowing that one up as Gavin Witt-Yoon looked like he had a lane, but it closed quickly.
Yep, Scott Moore able to get off his block there on the outside and slow him down, let the interior linebackers fly that way and finish him off.
Call it a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 12 from the 31. Trips to the far side this time for Frontenac. Trojan defense adjusts. Turlip in the gun. He'll take the snap, rolls far side, bootlegging. Now he's going to try and tuck it, and the Trojans shut him down. Big hit on the outside that time by Luke Combs. I'm looking for his number, 67. There it is.
Caleb
Combs. And that was a big hit on Turlip, and it brings up about the original yardage, about a 3rd and 15.
Up again, the backside of the Trojan defense doing their job, getting the receivers all covered up and letting that interior front of the Trojans take care of the quarterback.
Put an extra tight end this time. Now Turlip back to throw. He's going to let this one air it out. And you're going to get face guarding against Adrian Newton, who did not turn around to locate the ball at all, and then tried to face guard the receiver and
tackled him before the ball
not
got there.
Good coverage that time by Newton.
Well, the good
sophomore.
Thing, right. The good thing is, it's high school. It's only like a 10-yard penalty, so it'll still be
It's
third
not
down.
a spot of the foul sort of thing.
I don't believe it's an automatic first down either.
Where are they marching this off to?
Must be a 15-yard penalty.
Yep, first down. Yeah, they ruled pass interference, not illegal contact or holding or anything like that. And you never see illegal contact in high school, Jess, but gives the Raiders a 1st and 10 at their own 44. That one trying to get around the edge. Gotsman just closes it down over there near midfield on the Raiders sideline. You want to talk about putting a period at the end of a sentence.
Yeah, I saw that one coming too. Kotzman flowing the whole way, and then they stood him up there on the sideline, and Big 72 able to maybe put an exclamation point on it.
Call it a gain of 5.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd down and 3.
I didn't see who the back was. I think it was
number 1.
Oh, Kramer, okay.
Kind of a jet sweep.
Brings up a 2nd down and about 3. They're going to air this one out near side. The receiver falls down. The receiver fell down, and then we're going to get a penalty against the Trojans, and it's going to negate that interception and return by Scott Moore. And it'll give the Raiders another 15 yards and a 1st down. This official back here is I don't know. Just because the receiver falls down doesn't mean there's a penalty. Well, they're going to march this one off. Be another 1st down for Frontenac. Let's see where they spot it. At the 34. The Trojans need to clean up that back end of that defense. That's 2 pass interference penalties in a row that have kept this drive alive for Frontenac. One on a pass that was going to be incomplete, and the other on an interception, and keeps giving Frontenac life. And that one, Gavin Witt-Yoon rushing ahead for a gain of about 6 there on, we'll call it a gain of about 4 there on 1st down. They'll bring up 2nd down and 6 from the Trojan 31.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7.
Now 3 wide receivers to the near side. Turlip back to pass. He's going to tuck it and try and run. The Trojans not doing a good job of bringing him down. Scott Moore finally does. Short of the 1st down at about the 26. They're going to give him forward progress up to the 25 because why not? And it'll be 3rd down and very short for the Raiders.
Well, Turlip is able to escape 2 or 3 ensuing Girard tacklers. Scott Moore is able to come in from coverage and make the tackle.
High formation now for Frontenac. Double tight end set. Lone wide receiver to the far side. Here's a quick pitch. And Frazier has it. Fights through a couple. Ball's loose. Let's see who gets on it. And the Trojans say they have it. And there's a player for Frontenac signaling that they have it. And we'll see who does. And it's going to be a 1st down for Frontenac as they're able to get back on top of it.
Well, there was the chance.
There was your chance.
Yep.
Well, that was the second chance because they had an interception earlier. And you just can't commit penalties on defense and keep yourself out there on the field. And the Trojans just, they've had some drives killed by offensive penalties, and this one for Frontenac kept alive by defensive penalties. A lot of flags tonight on the Trojans. And there's a timeout on the field. Coach Smith wants to talk it over with his squad. We'll take a timeout as well. Trojans trail it 14-6, but Frontenac knock it on the door thanks to some penalties. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
.59 seconds left to play here in the first half. Trojans trail it 14-6, but Frontenac has it first down and goal at the Trojans' 7-yard line. Single bat set, double tight end, quick toss coming to the near side. They try to get around the corner, but the Trojans wrap him up back at the 10-yard line. And they'll bring Witt Yoon bound for a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yep, good job, Scott Moore, right there to read that play, get off his block, and make a one-on-one tackle in open field.
Second down goal from the 11.
Two wide receivers to the far side. They'll put McHugh in motion, and there's going to be a sack, and 2 flags come in, one from the umpire, one from the referee, and we'll see, maybe they saw the same hold. And they're going to see what they say here.
Face mask.
Face mask against Girard.
Wow.
Just every kind of penalty you can get. We should be keeping a tally here, Jess. I think we're running out of different varieties of penalties for the Trojans to pick up. Haven't seen tripping yet. Might see that one here on this play. Haven't seen a cut block.
Yet.
Not yet. Well, maybe if Frontenac throws an incomplete pass here, we'll see one of those. 25 seconds left. Turlet back to pass, being pressured, wide open in the end zone, touchdown. And that's Jaden Houghton. Second touchdown catch of the day. Gives Frontenac a 20-6 lead, and Trojans just blew a coverage there. Houghton had his own area code, and Turlip able to find him.
Took the point after.
Missed that one.
Missed it. And the Trojans trail it 20-6. 20 seconds left to play here. First half. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
So the Raiders set to kick this one away. Just scored on a 10-yard touchdown pass from Turlip to Houghton. His second touchdown catch of the day. Trojans trying to get a good return here. Out across the 40. And they'll have it first down and 10, but not a lot of time to work. 14 seconds on the clock. Trojans have 2 timeouts.
Brought down by number 13, Scott Sloan.
Well, maybe we can throw it deep a couple times, get a couple big penalties. And
that hasn't been the theme of the night. Penalties are kind of a one-way street this evening.
Got a timeout Frontenac.
Well, you can't take them with you, Jess.
Yep, you don't get 6 next half.
Yep. We'll take a quick break. Keep the lights on. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
$14 ticks left on the clock. Trojans trailing it 20-6 here late in the second quarter. They got it first down and 10 at their own 41, coming out of a Frontenac timeout. See what the Trojans elect to do here. Towner will hand it off straight ahead to Junior Love, and he'll pick up a yard. And that'll be the final play of the first half. Penalties have killed the Trojans here in this first half. Let's see if they can get it cleaned up during halftime and give the Raiders a run for their money in the second half. But at the break, Frontenac in the driver's seat. They lead it 20-6. We'll take a break and be back with the halftime show right on the other side. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Trojan Dance Squad entertaining the crowd here at halftime. At the break, the Trojans trail at 20-6 to the Frontenac Raiders, and Jess, penalties in that first half. Just killed Trojan drives and kept the Raiders' drives alive. And got to get that one cleaned up.
Yeah, you said it right there. Frontenac's turned the ball over twice. They recovered their own fumble. Trojans wasn't able to get on top of it. And then when they threw an interception, we had a pass interference penalty, and we turned the ball over on our first time we touched the ball. Face mask penalty. There's just been all sorts of just bad things. But
I think we got 2 block in the backs, a false start, 2 pass interference penalties, a face mask. Just hasn't been pretty for the Trojans when it comes to the penalties tonight.
That'll be the last time I talk about not having any penalties or turnovers in the pregame. I'll promise you that. That's my fault.
You just brought the jinx tonight. Yeah. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with more of the GN Bank halftime show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We're at halftime of tonight's contest between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. At the break, the Raiders lead it 20-6. Let's take a look at those halftime stats brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt is heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. B&B Excavating. Call 620-724-8542. First off for the Girard Trojans, Jake Towner, quarterback, 5 carries, 25 yards. He's 2 of 5 passing for 25 yards. 17 of those on a pass completion to Scott Moore. Aiden Ashbacher, 4 carries, 39 yards and a touchdown. Junior Love, 7 carries for 30 yards. Certainly lower yards per carry average than he's used to. And Gilmore, 2 carries, 2 yards, left with a knee injury. Scott Moore, 1 catch for 17 yards. And that rounds out the offensive stats for the Trojans. I don't have the penalty yards because that's really the story of the first half for Girard. For the Frontenac Raiders, Turlip, 3 carries, 1 yard. He's 5 of 9 passing for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gavin Witt-Hune, 4 carries, 58 yards and a touchdown. He got the opening touchdown of the game on a 52-yard scamper to give Frontenac an early 7-0 lead. And then Jayton Houghton has 2 touchdown receptions to his name here tonight. And the Frontenac Raiders lead it 20-6 at the break. And Jess, if you're the Trojans, what are you thinking here for the second half?
Well, I think they played right with them, Josh. And I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but you take away 4 or 5 of those 7 or 8 penalties, and Frontenac doesn't move the ball. The Girard defense has done a good job of shutting them down, minus they just keep extending the drive on some silly plays. And as far as the offense goes, they've not had too much trouble marching the ball down the field. They just turn the ball over or shoot themselves in the foot with another penalty and get behind the sticks. And so if you could clean that up, I think we still stand a chance of making a close game here in the second half.
That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kennar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kenara Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KenaraEyeCare.com. We'll step away for our final break of the GN Bank halftime show, and we'll be back with second half action from here in Girard. Trojans trailing at 20-6 at the break. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your phone started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field here in Girard. At the break, the Trojans trail at 20-6 to the Frontenac Raiders. And neither of these teams have played a district game yet. Frontenac sitting in the middle of 3A District 1. First place in that district, Baxter Springs at 3-0. And then somehow Keisha has it figured that Parsons at 3-0 is at the bottom of that district. And then you got 0-3 Columbus sitting in second, 0-3 Galena in fourth, and Frontenac at 2-1 sitting right in the middle there.
Alphabetical order.
Yeah, it must be.
Yep.
Because they haven't played a district game yet.
Yep.
Same here in District 2. The Trojans sitting right in the middle of it at 2-1. Everybody else in that district is sitting at 1-2. And Trojans will play their first district game next week when they welcome in Prairie View High School. And Prairie View's struggling a little bit this year. They're 1-2 on the season. And then, of course, we'll have road games on down the pike against Anderson County and Burlington. So some drives up north for you and me, Jess.
Yeah. Burlington, 30 years ago was one of the fanciest high school stadiums in the state.
With that nuclear power plant money.
I mean, it's
that stadium's still pretty nice, actually, when we go up there. It's
concrete.
Pretty darn nice.
Yep.
It's
college atmosphere, kind of, sort of.
Kind of a junior college atmosphere, maybe.
But we do take care of business right here at our friendly confines of Frank Jameson Field.
So a 2-touchdown deficit at the break for Girard. We've harped a lot on the penalties in the first half. We'll see if the Trojans can get that cleaned up here in the second half. They were able to create some turnovers. You're right, Jess. They didn't look terrible out there against Frontenac. It's just the balls kind of bounced the Raiders' way, and they've gotten some calls. I don't know if it's because the refs are wearing black and white too, but they benefited from a couple of calls, and
I'm sure I'm not typically on those calls.
I'm not in a position to argue a pass interference call on the opposite side of the field.
And the one that happened
you saw it.
The one that happened right in front of us, he jammed him. The receiver fell down, and the Trojan defender kind of helped him.
Yeah, and he helped him a little too far down the field.
Right.
So the Trojans will have the ball here to start the second half because the Raiders opted to take the opening kick, and they drove it down the field for a touchdown. Here's Ashbacher, surrounded by black and white, and he's dropped inside the Trojan 25 at about the 22-yard line. And not excellent field position here for Girard, but they do have the first crack at it here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Ashbacher kind of give up a little bit of ground there if he maybe just sticks a foot in the ground and goes forward, but trying to for the big.
Sometimes when guys are fast,
I have no idea what that's like.
That's what I've read anyway, is when you're fast, you sometimes rely on that, and he got corralled back there by about 3 different Raider defenders. And so the Trojans starting just outside their own 20 here, first down and 10. Towner with the handoff right up the gut. Junior Love nowhere to go with it. And we saw Gilmore leave with an injury there in the first half, so we're going to see a lot of Junior Love, I have a feeling, here in this second half as he picks up 1 there on first down.
Brings up second down and 9.
Trojans staying conservative there, but we talked about needing the production on first down, and once again we see them just get 1 yard between the tackles. And when you got a big size advantage like that, Jess, you'd like to see them be able to just out-physical Frontenac down the field. Towner sheds a tackle across the 30, now being brought down by a gang of Frontenac defenders at about the 34. It'll be enough for a Trojan first down.
Yeah, and a lot of people crumb and start criticizing on those runs between the tackles, but that's what actually opens up these runs to the outside. So just because a play doesn't always work doesn't mean that it's not a reason that
it's not ever going to work.
Right.
And it's not part of a larger strategy.
Right. Chess game, not checkers.
That's right. A gain of 11 that time for Towner. Sets Trojans up here, first and 10 at their own 34. Put a man in motion. It's Ashbacher. Now the quick late pitch to Ashbacher. Ball's on the turf. Frontenac has it. Just waited too long on that one. Frontenac did a good job of stringing it out and making Towner's second guess. And then when he did pitch it, it was way late. And somebody may have even got a hand on it. And that's just not what you need for Girard. Fumble and a turnover here on your first drive. So they start both halves with a turnover, but this one deep in their own territory. Frontenac will have it here at the Girard 31-yard line. Turlip in the gun, hands it off, straight ahead, and not a lot of tackling going on there. Scott Moore finally gets him from behind, but pretty much untouched right up the gut of that Trojan defense. I think that was Houghton carrying. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Trojan 13. Gain of 18. There's going around the edge, heading towards the pylon. And they're going to say he's down at about the 1 yard line was Gavin Whithune. I'm really struggling with that name tonight, Jess. I can't make my mouth make the sounds. Words are hard.
Yeah,
words and math. I'm in trouble.
I'm starting to run out of words here.
Brings up a 1st down and goal for Frontenac from the Trojan 1. Call it a gain of 12 for Whithune. Got it that time. Nailed it. Double tight set here for Frontenac. Nothing fancy. Looks like they've gone with the split backs. Straight ahead with Turlep. And they're in there for the touchdown. It's starting to get ugly.
Yep. Can't turn the ball over.
Penalties and turnovers, Jess. Penalties and turnovers. Hoagies and grinders.
57, up to 50 PAT, Aiden Hill.
$9:28 to play, 3rd quarter. Kick is up. No good. And the Trojans trail it 26-6. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Trojans trail it 26-6, 9.5 to play here, 3rd quarter. Frontenac set to kick it away. They scored on a 3-play touchdown drive, went 31 yards, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Cal Turlep. See if the Trojans can put something together here. Ashbacher fields a kick, now stutter steps, and he's brought down. Good coverage again by the Raiders, and the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 28. Well, they trail it by 20. And I believe first week of the season, I think Frontenac trailed Colgan 20-0. And it ended up being a 27-20 game. They came back and made a game of it in the second half. We'll see if the Trojans can put up that kind of fight tonight against Frontenac. It's been a feast and famine season so far for Girard. Quick pitch to the outside. Blair brought down with a horse collar from behind, and that's going to draw a flag. It pretty much happened right in the official's lap. And
that was 23, Gavin Huber with the carry.
Huber, the freshman, 5'9", 160 pounds. And personal foul there will give the Trojans a 1st down out at their own 42.
Finally, something goes our Trojan way for a change.
And it's from the spot, so Huber was going to lose yards. And then the horse collar occurred, and so now 1st down and 10 for the Trojans from their own 42. Towner back to pass, throws it out there, has a man. Catch is made by Gannon Clark, and he's belted down at about the 48-yard line. 3 Raiders there to hit him once he made the catch.
Yep, Raiders playing zone defense. Clark's able to just find a soft spot right in the middle of that zone, turn around, and Towner makes a perfect throw, puts it right in his hands.
2nd down and 4 now for the Trojans from their own 48 after the 6-yard completion. 2 wide in this formation. Love in the backfield behind Towner. Now they'll put a man in motion. That's Huber. Thought they gave it to Love, but Towner kept it himself, and then a late flag comes in. And we'll see. Got a face mask against the Raiders. So Frontenac starting to commit some penalties here on this drive. And that'll give the Trojans another 1st down.
Just a 5-yard variety, though.
Inadvertent face mask, but it is enough for the 1st down. Trojans have it 1st and 10 at the Frontenac 48. Huber with it again, trying to get upfield across the 45 to the 40, cuts it back, and then driven down at about the 32, so a nice run that time by Huber. Gain is 16. Trojans come to the line, 2 wide to the far side. There's the snap. Handoff straight ahead to Love. He's got a crease. He's across the 10, drugged down from behind at about the 8-yard line.
Chess, not checkers, Josh. That is set up because of all the plays being called earlier. And bingo, they finally break one.
Gain of 24 on the play for Love. Sets up a 1st down and goal at the Frontenac 8. 7:23 to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans trying to fight and claw their way back into this one. Knocking on the door. Towner with the snap. He's going to run a quarterback keeper, and they gobble that one up in the backfield, and that one just really hasn't been there all night. That little quarterback draw, Frontenac sniffing it out.
Brought down by McDonald and Houghton. 2nd goal.
Call it a loss of 1 on the play. Set up a 2nd and goal from the 9.
Wonder if we have a back shoulder fade route we could throw to the back pylon.
Scott Moore would be a pretty good guy to throw that to, but I'm going to guess we don't. Put a man in motion. That's Blair rolling near side. He's in trouble. And throw this one back corner. And that pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 9.
Kramer brings up 3rd goal from the 9.
You know, this is 4-down territory here for Girard, so let's see if they try and get a chunk of this. 9 yards here on this one.
Got Junior Love back in the ball game. Short time on the play clock here.
Down to 5, you can see it there. And the pass outside too high for the intended receiver, Gannon Clark. And that'll bring up 4th down and goal, and the Trojans haven't looked great kicking the ball, so I think we're going for it here, Jess, and a field goal doesn't do you any good anyway.
Right. And Gannon Clark catches that. There's 4 Raider defenders right there all over him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you need 6 yards, you better run past the sticks. Don't count on the yards after the catch.
The yak. We'll call timeout here, the Trojans are.
Timeout.
We'll take a timeout as well. 6:11 to play, third quarter. Trojans down by 20, but knocking on the door. They have it 4th and goal when we come back on Girard Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. 6:11 to play, third quarter. Trojans have it at the Raider 9-yard line, but it is 4th and goal. And we're seeing what kind of play Coach Philpott and his crew come up with here in the timeout. If the Trojans are able to get a touchdown here, Jess, this is still a ball game. If they don't, it's a tall order.
Yes,
I mean, being down 20 is a tall order, but if they can score here, it's big. Towner, under center, back to pass. Looking
He's
far
open.
side, has a man. Overthrows Scott Moore by about 5 yards, and that's going to turn it over on downs. That one wasn't even close.
Nope, had him open. Towner missed him, overthrew him. Maybe a little extra bump in the end zone, but
I don't think the bump matters when the ball's thrown so far over your head.
well, up to this Trojan defense here. If we're going to stay in it, we have to get the turnover. Got to shut them down right here.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 9-yard line. Turlip under center, quick pitch to the outside. Makes the man miss, but then the Trojans clean it up pretty quick. A short gain on that play up to about the 10. Call it a gain of maybe 1. Let's see where they mark it. They were saying no gain.
Again, Trojan offense able to march down the field, just not able to punch it in.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for Frontenac inside their own 10. They'll run trips to the far side. This is a formation where they've hurt the Trojans either with penalties or big completions. That goes to a handoff to the back, and the Trojans able to bottle it up quickly for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. And they got an injured player down on the field for the Raiders. I didn't see the number of the ball carrier, but he was twisted down to the ground, and
looks like he's just cramping. Their other players are stretching him out.
Yep. It's still warm down there on the field tonight.
Heck, muggy, 73.
Yeah.
We got a lot of rain
Got
this morning.
Got that rain, yeah. And that field holds heat from the sun, and it takes a while to cool off even after the sun goes down.
But shout out to Mammoth Sports for coming in, putting this turf field down, or we'd be playing in a slop fest after a couple inches of rain Tuesday, a couple inches of rain this morning.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that the NFL Players Association
trying to ban it?
Announced that they want all natural grass surfaces. And any of these schools around this area will tell you that, man, it's laying this turf in here. So much time and effort and money and equipment it saves just not having to try to keep grass alive.
and year-round multi-purpose. You
right.
know, we're able to come in here and shout out to my little 7- and 8-year-old flag football team who I self-proclaimed offensive line coach for my 8-year-old flag football. He gets to play out here on the turf. And
have you nicknamed them the Hogs yet? Or are they?
Well, the head coach is a Steelers fan, so we're the Steel Curtain. But
that's a defense.
We preach defense first.
I guess. Okay.
Because if you give up 0, you only
can't
have
lose.
to score 1.
That's right. Right. But yeah, I mean, almost every school around this area now has one of these turf fields.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Frontenac. There are still some natural grass fields around, but a lot of school districts are going to this turf field just because of like you said, doesn't matter what the weather is, you can use the field and never have to mow it.
Right.
Never have to re-sod anything. Turlip in the gun here. He's going to roll far side, looking long, going to throw it. Has a man. Tipped away at the last minute. Great defense that time by Levi Blair to get a hand in there and break that one up for the Trojans. It's going to bring up 4th and long, a punting situation, you would think, here for Frontenac.
Yeah, that Levi Blair, great closing speed because he was beat. The Frontenac receiver had 2 or 3 yards on him, and Levi able to make up some ground right there and be able to not put his hands on the receiver and break up the pass. Great job, Levi Blair.
So it brings up a 4th and 10 for Frontenac, and they'll punt it away from their own 9. I think they're going to punt it away from their own 9. Last 7 plays of this ball game have come from the Frontenac 9-yard line. There's a punt. Ashbacher fields it on the hop, gets it across the 40, driven out of bounds and drugged down out of bounds at the Frontenac 36-yard line. That's where the Trojans will have it 1st down and 10.
Yeah, it's time here for the Trojan defense done their job. It's time for the offense to step up and try to put something in the end zone. They're finally getting a start on plus territory. Short field, it's get it in the end zone here.
Well, the Trojans drove it all the way down there, mostly on the ground, and then once they got inside the 10-yard line, kind of got a little pass happy, and you might see them lock in the 4-wheel drive if they get inside the 10 again, Jess.
Right, and they had some help from Frontenac penalties on that first drive.
There's a snap, going to run it ahead with Junior Love, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards there on 1st down. So a better result on 1st down. That's a good sign for the Trojans. Brings up 2nd down and 5 at about we'll call it 2nd down and 6 at the 32. Towner in the pistol, handoff again to Love, and this time he's wrapped up by a Frontenac lineman, and not much of a gain there. Call it about a yard up to the 31. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Now that's Houghton again, playing the DN spot on the defense. Just shed his blocker and grabbed the running back as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Two wide receivers to the near side for Girard. This time they'll put Ashbacher in motion, now walk him back to his wing back position there on the far side of the line. In motion again, high snap. Trojans lose the ball forward, and there's a scrum for it. We'll see who ends up with it.
I would not want to be on the bottom of that pile.
Well, at least we're far enough away we can't hear the screams, and Frontenac saying that they have it, and the Trojans turn it over again. Frontenac with the ball. Pretty good field position right around their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's
just a fumbled snap. Is really what that looked like.
3rd turnover. Yeah, I have no words.
Say, isn't that the 4th turnover?
Okay. Call it 4.
Feels like 6.
Well, come on, Trojan defense, get another stop here.
1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30. Now there's an official timeout. What did the Raiders have 12 men on the field? What's the deal?
Well, if they do, it's a
or if
penalty.
Somebody had blood or something like that. And they'll run one guy on and another guy off. I guess we're going to go ahead. 3 wide receivers in this set, 2 to the near side. Turlip in the gun. He'll hand off. And the Trojan defense right there to wrap up the back. That was Dalton Bollinger. Nowhere to go for the senior. And Scott Moore brings him down for a loss of 2.
Yep. This Trojan defense, I know they've give up 26 points, but they've done a pretty good job here in the second half of limiting the Raiders.
So second down 12 now from the Frontenac 28. 2 wide to the near side. Now they'll motion a man far side, handoff to the motion man. Gets around the corner and runs through a couple of arm tackles. He's going to have a first down. Trojans had 2 or 3 chances to get that one stopped. And Caden Chance will pick up the first down for Frontenac.
Number 20. Caden Chance with the carry. Ball's first 40-yard line.
Call it a gain of 13 on the play. Up to the 40-yard line. I formation. 1 wide in this set. Now a quick pitch outside. And a good job by Scott Moore to break that one up as he tackles Chance for a loss.
Brings up second down and 12.
Call it another loss of 2. Now see if the Trojans can tighten up here on second down. Had the Raiders second down and 12 just moments ago. Gave up a 13-yard run. Give Frontenac a first down. Raiders come out 4 wide. Empty backfield for Turlip. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the outside. They're going to blow this one dead. False start on Frontenac, or illegal procedure. And that'll back Frontenac up 5 more yards, and it'll make it second down and 17. At about the 33 of the Raiders. Well, Frontenac, you're getting some penalties too, Jess, but you know, when a pitcher says they scattered 5 hits, that's kind of what Frontenac's doing. They're just scattering these penalties, and they've been able to overcome them for the most part.
Yep, hasn't hurt them near as bad as they have on the other side.
4 wide this time for Frontenac here on second down. Turlip to pass. Going to throw it deep. Has a man again. And Blair there to break it up. Just a little bit underthrown. If he'd have been able to lead Caleb Jamison, his wide receiver, just a little bit more, that would have been a big play for the Raiders, but underthrew him just a little bit. Actually, I think that was Whit Hune. Underthrew him a little bit and allowed Blair to get in there and break it up.
Yeah, good play design. They've run that wide receiver screen 4 or 5 times, so they fake this wide receiver screen and send a guy on a go route, and Trojans bid on it, but able to make up some ground, like you said, with an underthrown ball.
So now 3rd and long. He'll stay in this empty backfield. Turlip's pass tipped. Oh, and the Trojans can't come up with it. And it'll bring up 4th down and long. And if you're Frontenac, you just punt this one away and hope your defense can come up with another stop. Trojans turned it over on downs inside the 10-yard line and then fumbled and lost it on their last possession. It's their 2nd fumble here in the 3rd quarter. So they got 2 fumbles and a turnover on downs so far here in the second half for their offensive efforts. And Frontenac going to punt it away on 4th and 17. And it's mishandled by Ashbacher, but he's able to get back on top of it, and the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 38.
Dodged the bullet there.
Hey, you're good. Let's go, Ed. 38.
First and 10 for Girard. Towner back into the game. Tell you what, Jess, the Moths are playing hell with our camera operator.
Yeah.
Handoff straight ahead to Junior Love. Nope. Towner has it himself, and he's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. And gain of 2 there.
Maybe I was watching Junior because I agree with you. I thought he'd give it. And
I wish he had.
Gain of 1 brings up second down and 9.
Call it a gain of 1 on the play for Towner. And brings up a second down and 9. Trojans falling behind the chains here early on this one. There's the snap. Towner back to pass. Has Scott Moore at midfield. Has the end of the quarter ends. Moore sheds a man and finally knocked down at about the 22-yard line. A big play to end the third quarter for the Trojans.
And the best part, Josh, no laundry on the field. But Moore gets up maybe a little gingerly. Nope, he's fine.
21 yards on the pass play from Towner to Moore to end the third quarter. We'll step away with a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kennard Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Welcome back. Trojans with the ball here, 1st and 10 after the big completion to end the third quarter from Towner to Scott Moore, but this time Towner sacked behind the line. Back to the 24-yard line, a loss of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 15 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Jake did all he could there. Another bobbled snap coming in high and hot. Right off his hands, he's able to corral it and not turn it over. We're going to take a positive out of that play.
So second down and 15 from about the 24, 23. Put Ashbacher in motion. Now Towner coming near side. Quick pitch to the outside. Two Trojans run into each other. Blair runs into Gannon Clark, and it basically stopped that play. Let's see where they finally marked him out at about the 23. I'll call it a gain of 1 and bring up third down and 14.
Yeah, Levi maybe, if Blair cuts that inside that block, Gannon tried to seal him off, and Levi decided to cut it to the outside and didn't work so well.
Trojans going to have to come up with something better than that here on third down. Here's the snap in the pistol. Towner pulls it down, now throws it late and gets it out to Clark to about the 20-yard line, but that's not enough. Inside the 20, it'll bring up fourth down and a long 10, maybe 11.
Gain 4 brings up fourth down and 10.
Trojans are going to take a timeout, talk about this crucial fourth down play.
We'll take a timeout as well. Under 10 minutes to play. Trojans trail it by 20. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports.
vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Trojans trail it 26-6, under 10 minutes to play in the game. Trojans trying to keep from falling to 2-2 on the season. But they got a lot of work to do here in the next 9 minutes and 56 seconds if they want to keep that from happening. Trojans back in action next Friday night here at Frank Jameson as they welcome in Prairie View. Trying to finish this one here, though, as Towner drugged down from behind, not able to step into that throw. It falls incomplete, and Frontenac will take over on downs at their own 19-yard line. So offensively for the Trojans, 2 fumbles, 2 turnovers on downs here so far in this second half. And aside from a big 40-yard completion to Scott Moore, not much offense to speak of. I guess there was a 24-yard carry by Junior Love, but a couple bright spots and an otherwise gloomy half of football here for Girard. Turlip in the gun, and there's going to be a illegal procedure, false start, whatever you want to call it, against Frontenac. Trojans walked the linebacker up, kind of showed some blitz, and it caused some movement up front for Frontenac. That'll back them up 5.
When Drake moves, 2 kids move. You can't have 2 in motion. Nothing behind you, Nudie.
2nd and 15 now for Frontenac from their own 14. They'll just hand it off here. Fights through a tackle. Has some room up the near side and finally drug out at about the 28, close to a first down. And that was Peyton McDonald, 5'9" senior running back. Hasn't seen a lot of action here tonight, but a good run there by McDonald. Call it a 2nd down and 2 now from about the 27. Gain of 16 on the play. Trojan defense stands up this time. And I think that's going to be enough for a Frontenac first down. So they had it 1st and 15, and Frontenac able to convert there on the 2nd down and 2. They have it now 1st down and 10 at their own 29. Needed 2, got 2.
Yep, Frontenac's in a ball control offense here. They're just trying to get this clock to keep running.
High formation, trying to hand it off again. This time absolutely no room for McDonald. They're going to give him a loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from the 28. Kotzman in there. Is Pike in on that one too? I'm not for sure. I've called Anthony's name a lot tonight.
No, he's done some good job of flowing to the ball. As a lot of times the Trojan outside linebackers stand him up. Pike's cleaned him off.
He had a whale of a game last week against Galena, but I think there's lots of teams that are going to have a whale of a game against Galena this year.
Yeah. Timeout.
Another timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 7:51 to play. Trojans trail it by 20. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Frontenac has it second down and 11 at their own 28-yard line coming out of the timeout. One touchdown scored early in the third quarter as Frontenac scored with 9:28 to play in the third, but since then, a lot of punts, fumbles, and turnovers on downs. Quick pass at the outside, sheds a tackle. That was Trey Kramer. And made a man miss to prevent the loss and able to pick up about 2 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 8.
Third down and 9.
Two wide receivers to the near side. Turlett back in the gun again. There's the snap. Gives it up. And the tackle made. Ball's loose. And they're going to say he was down when the ball fumble can't be caused by the ground. And they're going to give Frontenac forward progress up to about the 33.
Yep, and there's Anthony Pike shooting through there to make a big open field tackle.
Call it fourth down and 7 now for Frontenac. They'll line up to punt it away. Aiden Ashbacher back to receive for the Trojans. Had a little bit of problems handling the last punt. See if he can field this one cleanly and maybe give the Trojans a little bit of a spark here. High end over end punt. Not a lot of hang time. Ashbacher with it. He's got the edge. If he can get a block out there, it'd be good. He fights off one tackle and then caught from behind. And Ashbacher did that one completely on his own. And it's a little slow to get up, but he's up. And the Trojans will have it first and 10 at the Frontenac 39. A good return by Aiden Ashbacher.
Yep, give these Trojan offense a short field, see if they can't salvage a little pride and punch this in right here. 6 minutes to go.
A lot of good games going on around the area tonight. 3-0 Baxter and 3-0 Parsons facing off tonight. Fort Scott's at Pittsburgh High. Both of those teams 2-1. And here in a match of 2-1 teams, this one's been mostly Frontenac. As they lead it 26-6.
Oh.
High snap again. The handoff goes to Love, and he fights through to about the 25-yard line. So a decent run there by Junior Love.
We got all sorts of people slow to get up, getting late in the game, people getting tired.
Gain of 14 that time for Love. Gives the Trojans a first and 10 at the 25. Two wide receivers in this set. Again, handoff to Love, had a good seam. Can't make a man miss, and he's brought down at about the 17-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play.
Junior Caden Chance there with a great open field tackle on our own sophomore Junior Love.
Second down and 2 now for the Trojans. Ticking down around 5 minutes to play here in the game. Towner back to pass, has some time, looks near side. Scott Moore driven out of bounds at about the 12. And that'll be a first down for Girard.
Brought down by Jack Capehart.
So this time they can get a first down without scoring. See if that helps.
See if that Trojan line can make some holes here. Handoff straight ahead to Love, nothing going. Brought down at about the 11. They're going to give him forward progress up to about the 10.
That hurts too. There's offensive lineman got rolled up on the backside of. Everybody gets up okay. Just when you make a tackle in the middle and you see offensive linemen going down forward with somebody rolling up the back of their leg, I always cringe a little.
Oh, yeah. We'll stay with the pistol. Love behind Towner. 2 wide. Snap. Towner mishandles it. Now has to pull it down and throw it again. Almost got it in there to Gannon Clark. He couldn't hang on, and Towner had a small hole to throw that through. And he got it in there, but Clark couldn't hold on. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans.
Yep, he was looking to his left side first, and nobody open there.
And then he kind of bobbled the ball a little bit and had to give up on that, and then tried to make chicken salad. Almost got it in there to Clark.
And, yep, like you say, fitted in a tight window, just couldn't get it completed.
3rd down and 8. Now he's going to throw it near side. There's Scott Moore with it, and Moore into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yep, good play design there. A little flanker screen. Hit it for a 10-yard touchdown.
So that makes the score 26-12, and it may not affect the outcome of this game, but at least the Trojans, it's encouraging to see that they're still fighting here late in the second half.
I don't know what the spread was, but somebody might have won on a spread bet. I don't know.
Had to run a man in late. It's Towner. And Trojans set to try the extra point, and there's the false start action. I think it was offside maybe on Frontenac. Yep, it was.
Let's go for 2 then. Don't they move it half the distance?
Yep. They're just going to stay with the kick. Perrin Stevens in to attempt the point after, and no good.
He's had the distance. He's just been wide left every time.
So the Trojans narrow the gap a little bit, but they're running out of time. 4:22 to play in the game. They trail it 26-12. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
4:22 to play. Trojans trail it by 14, 26-12 to the Frontenac Raiders. These are two teams still trying to find their identity, and I think maybe Frontenac's a little closer to finding theirs than Girard is. But a lot of football left to play in districts. These two teams are in Frontenac in 3A District 1, Girard in 3A District 2, and neither team has played a district game yet.
Right, and we got Big Drake Kotzman kicking it off, so I'm thinking maybe we're onside and something squib, something crazy right here.
This is a case where you don't want to be tackled by the kicker. Ooh. Didn't go the necessary 10 yards.
Yeah, Frontenac maybe reached down to get the ball.
And the far side official's going to say 1st and 10 Frontenac at the Trojan 45.
Drake almost completely missed that ball.
Looked like one of my drives.
That's, well.
Captain Topper.
So Frontenac with a short field again.
Turlip in the gun. 3 wide receivers in this set. Handoff straight ahead. Trojans are there to break it up, trying to strip it out. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. That was Whit-Hune carrying the ball. Just didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Timeout, Girard.
Timeout, Trojans.
So Trojans trying to conserve what little time there is here, maybe get their offense back out on the field and make this thing look respectable. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
4:02 to play. Girard called a timeout there after a loss on first down by Frontenac. Now the Raiders come out 3 wide. Turlip in the gun. He's going to run option near side. Pretty much just a quarterback keeper near side.
Oh.
He got stuck. Helmet is off. And tried to spin around and got lit up.
Caleb Combs delivered the hammer.
I think we'll call that our hit of the game. The hit of the game brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If you take a hit like Turlip just took from Caleb Combs, then take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. 3rd down at about 4. Raiders are going to run it, and they're able to get to the edge again. That's Gavin Whit-Hune, and he has first down yardage, and there's a couple of Trojans down on the field right now. Slow to get up after that play, and there's a flag down as well. Combs, one of those guys, slow to get up, and he's going to have to head off the field here.
Yep, the block in the back's the call. Hate to see that. Combs just made. Combs is coming off. Who's
another Trojan who's not able to put any weight on their right leg.
A couple teammates trying to carry him off.
Yeah, it's man, you just want to try and get out of this thing as healthy as you can if you're the Trojans, and you just hate to see this. That's number 18, Siler Salmons, 5'11", 151-pound junior, defensive back. And
tackle on his side of the field. I didn't see it. It's a long ways from my view, but I assume with all the action going on down there, he probably got rolled up on. Looks like an ankle. But back to that play.
At least he tried to make the tackle.
Right.
You know.
Back to that play. There was nowhere to go on the right side. He bounced it out to the left and broke 3 or 4 tackles. Trojans had him for a loss.
But the penalty from the spot of the foul moves the ball back to the Trojan 49. It'll be 3rd down and a long 9 for Frontenac.
Pike's on the sideline as well. I don't know if something happened to him or.
So now Turlip back to pass, throws it short underneath, makes a man miss. And Clark had a shot at him and couldn't make the tackle in the open field. Scott Moore eventually cleans it up, but not before Frontenac picks up the first down. First and 10 now from the Trojan 33. So a gain of 16 on the play. Too wide far side. Turlip can't handle the snap. Trojans have it on the fumbled snap. It's going to be first and 10 for Girard, and wears the face mask on the tackle there, but
that's Larson with the fumble recovery. I didn't see exactly who with a bad snap, so it wasn't really a hit.
No, Turlip just never got a handle on it. And the Trojans able to jump in there and recover that fumble. They'll have it first down and 10 at their own 39. So they needed a turnover. And they also need a quick score here and another turnover if they're going to make a game of this one.
Yep. 2.5
Converting
minutes.
a 2-point conversion wouldn't hurt either.
Or, yeah, a couple of them throughout the game might have helped. So you're saying there's a chance.
Towner.
Oops.
Way behind his intended receiver, Gannon Clark. Brings up a second down and 10, stops the clock, 2:29 to play in the game. Three wide in this set. 4 wide, excuse me. They'll put a man in motion. That's Blair. Towner back to pass. A little screen action to Junior Love. And Raiders are waiting on him and stop him after a gain of about 2. And there's a flag. Comes in late from the backside.
Well, there's a good screen action to the receiver, but there was no lineman in front of him.
Yeah,
to block.
there's no blocking in front of him. I don't know if the lineman just took off down the field or what happened.
Well, they can't say they was too far down the field because everything happened right there within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage.
No, I think this might be on the tackle.
I hope.
Personal foul. Oh, against the Trojans.
Why?
Not a wealth of explanation on that one.
Just
They're
a
just
personal
going to
foul.
mark it off. So just a personal foul. You can assume it's maybe unsportsmanlike conduct, perhaps.
Yep, something after the fact.
Second down and forever for the Trojans.
Wrap our little camera lady up in a cord here.
There's the snap to Towner, handoff to Love, makes a man miss in the backfield, and then wrapped up on the far side. I mean, Junior tried to do all he could with that one, but when you're making people miss 2 yards behind the line. And with this big physical front for the Trojans, it just seen a couple weeks where they've just been outmanned by smaller, quicker fronts, first against Colgan and then here tonight against Frontenac. And on paper, you'd think that Girard should just dominate up front, but they just haven't gotten it done against these two opponents. Low man wins, Jess.
I agree.
Low man wins.
I agree.
Clock ticks down around a minute and a half to play. Towner back to pass, third and forever. Here's one over the middle off the hands of Scott Moore, too high for him. And that'll bring up fourth down and a punting situation here for the Trojans just because you don't want to give up another score, Jess.
I agree. I believe they should
punt this one away.
Flip the field. Young Zeb Poland he's shown that, he's kicked some 50, 60-yard punts. But that's why we're in the booth and going for it.
Towner's going for it here on fourth. Rolls out, near side, way too high. Moore didn't even try at it, and that'll turn it over on downs. And there's a flag on the play. Back in the neighborhood of Big Drake Kotzman, they're going to call him for holding. And if you're Frontenac, you decline this, right? I mean,
yep, they did.
Yeah. And Kotzman, he was on the opposite side of the line, so holding somebody on the back side of a bootleg is kind of a no-no. So first and down and 10 for the Raiders from the 33-yard line.
Trojans down to one timeout.
I'm sorry, from the 28.
I'm not sure my math's correct, but I think Frontenac can probably just victory formation this out.
Well, that wouldn't be the rivalry thing to do, but that looks like what they're going to do. Turlip will take the snap, take a knee. Coach Smith just probably wants to get his guys out of here healthy. And a solid effort here tonight by the Frontenac Raiders. Their first win over the Trojans in a while. Girard won both matchups last year, won the previous year, as the Trojans went 10-0 in the regular season both of those years. But not the case this year.
Nope.
And the Trojans dropped this one tonight, 26-12. They'll fall to 2-2 on the season. Frontenac will improve to 3-1. Trojans start district play next week, so a couple things to work out here in practice as the Trojans are going to welcome in Prairie View next Friday night for the first game of district play. Prairie View at 1-2 pending their game tonight. Frontenac will be back in action next Friday night down in Columbus. And that's a tough place to play, Jess, and an even tougher place to broadcast.
Yeah.
And Columbus down this year. They're 0-3. So Frontenac, that's a very winnable game for them down there in Cherokee County. But that's going to do it for tonight here in Girard. The Trojans drop this one 26-12 to the Frontenac Raiders. They'll fall to 2-2 on the season. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Farmers Bank post-game show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
Crocan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crocan employees, for making us the best.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it. In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Family-owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back out here one final time to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans dropped this one 26-12 to the Frontenac Raiders. Our post-game show brought to you by Farmers Bank. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. And Jess, Trojans also looking forward to a brighter tomorrow as district play starts next week as the Trojans welcome in Prairie View High School and get district play underway, kind of the second season. And right now we're joined by head coach Neil Philpott and Coach, we didn't catch you last week over the big win against Galena, but thanks for coming up and talking to us tonight here after this one. Just a rough game against Frontenac, and penalties and turnovers just seem to kill you guys tonight.
Yeah, they're a better team than Galena, that's for sure. And we talked about that if we don't take care of it and do the things we're supposed to do, that it'll cost you. So hats off to them. They did some nice things. I think they threw the ball fairly well and ran it fairly well at times, but I think our defense at times played pretty well. Talked to guys after the game on both sides of the ball, consistency. Not just one or two plays, but it's got to be a series together and finishing a drive. We've gotten in the red zone 2 or 3 times and stalled out because we fumbled the snap or had a penalty or whatever it might be, or terrible play call or whatever it might be. But so we all got to do better, being more consistent. First series it was 4th and 2, and we're sitting in midfield and we give up a 60-yard touchdown run or whatever it might be. So, and it's not one person; it's just a little bit of everything, and that's what we got to come back and clean up.
And so a week of practice, but then district play starts next week. And looking at you guys as district, I mean, you came into tonight 2-1, and every other team in the district at 1-2. So you could still make some noise in this district, but certainly some work to do.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, you can't really compare scores. That's one of those things that you don't know necessarily what they have, who they're playing, and what they're at. So right now everybody's 0-0. So the first 4 games don't really mean anything to anybody. So, but we've got work to be done and work that we can do to get better, and that's the goal. Come back and start tomorrow at film and see where we need to clean some things up and move forward from here. But like I said, we got a chance to control our own destiny right now and go do what we can in that district and see if we can't get back to playing at home and in a playoff game. So we'll see.
All right, Coach, we'll let you off the hook. That's head coach Neil Philpott. Trojans, rough one tonight against Frontenac. They dropped this one 26-12, but back in action next Friday night as they welcome in Prairie View High School for the start of district play. And, Coach, as always, thanks for coming up and talking to us.
No problem.
Appreciate it. And the post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And Jess, got to be hard for Coach to come up here just fresh off of this one and give us a post-game interview. But, anybody who knows Neil, he's a solid dude.
Yep.
And these guys will be back next week ready to play when Prairie View shows up.
Right, and I agreed with about everything he said. I thought the boys, they just couldn't get out of their own way. Too many turnovers, too many penalties. The scoreboard, we give Frontenac too many short fields. Just I'd like to see him again later in the year, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at Frontenac's district, and they could certainly be one of the top 2 teams when that District 1 shakes out, and the Trojans could certainly be one of the top 2 teams when District 2 shakes out. So there's a chance these 2 teams might meet each other on down the road. Kind of a rough affair tonight, Jess, but if you had to pick a player of the game for the Trojans, what do you think?
I'm going to probably go Scott Moore. He had a couple good receptions. He played that outside linebacker position great. Our unofficial stats, I have him at a whole lot of tackles.
A whole bunch.
Right.
A bevy.
Yep, and I'm going Scott Moore.
All right, our player of the game brought to you by Evans Motors, the best players in the car business, or Nate and Eddie at Evans Motors. Let them find the car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for you and your family. Visit them at the corners of 69 and 400 highways south of Pittsburgh, or see their online showroom at evansmotors.net. We're going to step away for the final break of the Farmers Bank post-game show. We'll be back to put a bow on this one here from Frank Jameson Field. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Crocan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crocan employees, for making us the best.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back out one final time here to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans drop this one 26-12 to the Frontenac Raiders. They fall to 2-2 on the season, but back in action next week for district play when we welcome in Prairie View High School and
the Buffaloes.
That's right. Frontenac back in action next week on the road at Columbus to take on the Fighting Titans. But that's going to do it for us tonight. For Jess Murphy, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us. Here in Girard, Trojans drop this one. We'll see you next Friday night when they take on Prairie View. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Pregame starts at 6:30. You've been watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.